The man simply broke the spoon into a fork with his bare hands just because the spoon wasn't working well. But for this astonishing performance, the people around were quite indifferent, because in Kaibal's eyes, this was just a small trick. Kaibal shook the spoon in his hand, and the next moment, the iron spoon actually bent. The man was known as the second master in the prison. This didn't mean that he was ranked second in terms of strength. Instead, he was the second man in this prison who couldn't be contained. The first one was Oliva, the freest man on the earth. In this most secure prison, except for these two, all the other prisoners had to line up in formation every morning, and even Baki, who had just entered the prison, was no exception. However, while the prison guard was giving a lecture, Baki was surprised to find that all the other prisoners were reporting and standing as straight as a stick, for fear of angering the prison guard. The second master, Kaibal, swaggered up to the prison guard while yawning. Soon it was lunchtime. Here, only Kaibal could get a delicious lunch. He saw flies flying around, so he quickly took out the prison guard's gun and pointed it at the guard's head. He told the prison guard that flies were not allowed in the dining area for such a dangerous move. The prison guard was too scared to say a word, and this was Kaibal's privilege. Some people, in order to obtain this privilege, challenged Kaibal. The burly sumo wrestler in front of him was a world champion who had never been defeated. He thought that with his huge build, he could easily crush Kaibal. During the meal, he started provoking. He actually broke the spoon into a fork with his bare hands. Kaibal shook the spoon in his hand, and the iron spoon bent the next moment. Feeling humiliated, the man angrily overturned the table. When the prison guard came to stop it, Kaibal snatched the prison guard's pistol and handed it to the man. He asked the man to shoot himself in the head, but the moment the man pulled the trigger, Kaibal kicked the man to the ground. The man let out a painful scream. The man was very angry. Since his strength was in sumo, he proposed to have a sumo battle with Kaibal. As the match began, the man tried to lift Kaibal up, but no matter how hard he tried, Kaibal didn't move an inch. Seeing how weak the man was, Kaibal slapped the man in the face. The man's eardrum burst instantly. Kaibal pulled out his own hair and inserted it into the man's ear. The hair easily wrapped around the man's cochlea. With a gentle pull, the man fell to the ground, and Kaibal won the battle. Afterwards, Baki found Kaibal and wanted to challenge him. Just then, the prison guard suddenly rushed over and interrupted their conversation. The next moment, the prison guard's baton was in Baki's hand.